Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 38 of Direwolf20's Age of Engineering series. I am cooking up all kinds of circuits, which is nice. Ooh, got even a couple more of them. I'm gonna have to start voiding this chest. It's becoming full. Yeah, we're gonna have to start figuring out like how to clean up some junk we don't need. That would be nice. So obviously lots of circuits backstuffed here. What'll happen is this crate will fill up completely, which will backstuff our processing chamber, which will backstuff our extraction chamber, and everything kind of stops running until I clean it out. Last episode we wrapped up getting basalt, and I automated a little system off camera, and I want to show it to you guys. So basically, we've got the ender tank pumping lava into the liquid heat exchanger, which I have set up to put some pahoho lava right here. This could probably be getting done underground, but for now I wanted a lever to control this, so we've got a lever which will allow this dude to extract his Pahamar lava out of it and place it in the fluid placer from Actually Additions. The fluid placer doesn't place a fluid if there's already a bit of fluid in that area, so what I had to do is put this at the max range so that it would stop placing it at that point, and then this is just a block breaker. So I do this. Cool. And we're getting basalt from IC2. Nice. Nice little bit of automation. And then this thing will eventually basically like drain out, and this guy will start producing more pahoho lava, and this guy's heat is going to grow because the lava is allowed to run, and this guy's going to start condensing more distilled water, which I've just been basically storing in tanks because we don't have drums in this pack. I'm thinking they were disabled, and that's a bummer. So long story short, we've got a bunch of basalt. Yay! Which means we should be able to make an inscriber today, right? Because all I should really need is to take my flawless calculator and go ahead. I believe something like this is in order. Boom. And then if I want an inscriber, we do this. So we'll get 3 more of these. We'll hold on to the rest of this for now. Obviously, I have way more basalt than I need for the first inscriber. But hey, look what I've got. The first inscriber. Dun, 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 dun. Applied Energistics is very much in reach, and that is exciting to me like you guys have no idea. So I'm going to put you basalt in here with reinforced stone. Maybe I'll put it over here. That sounds like a good place. So we've got the very first machine required to get started in Applied Energistics. So let's look at Applied Energistics and figure out what we're going to need to have a good time. So to get started, we're going to need an ME controller. And wow, it is really raining a lot out there. Let's take a nap. Yeah. We're going to need the ME controller to accept power and be the brains of our Applied Energistics system, right? So we'll need at least one of those dudes to get started. And that's here. So we're going to need pure Fluix crystal. I made pure something. What did I make that was pure something or other? I made pure Certus crystal in advance because I knew I would need it. Maybe I don't need it as much, which is a bummer. Killing me. But that's okay, because while this takes a really long time to grow, we can also throw it in an empowerer, and it's 10 million RF per, but we only need 4 of them to get started. And then we can go a little bit better route. From there, we can make crystal growth accelerators, which iron, glass, Fluix block, which I can make with regular Fluix crystals. And we're good to go from there, right? Quartz glass, which is just going to be ground up quartz. How are we on Certus, by the way? We really only have 205 of that. So I spend a lot of time mining at the lower levels, and Certus tends to be at the higher levels, right? Certus quartz ore tends to be around like the 30s and 40s, right? And it right when you get like below 10, which is where I typically mine, it's like a really low % chance to get. I might though have some Certus down here. We have charged Certus and Certus. Hooray! Nice. And this stuff, I assume I can throw in a fancy little sag mill. So we will have a good chance of getting 2 Certus quartz crystals and a little bit of dust from that, which we're going to want some dust, so let's let it rip. Beautiful. And with the dark steel ball in there, it's gonna be really nice. And then we'll get charged Certus I can throw in a sag mill to get the same kind of deal. Sweet. Cool. I love my void miner. He's always helpful. So the next thing that we probably want to focus on is getting those Fluix crystals, right? So first thing we should get is a charger, which just requires a couple Fluix and some iron. So that's easy, right? And I assume that this recipe is the same. So we can do it in drop 1 charge Certus, 1 nether quartz, and 1 redstone. So I hope that that's accurate. So we'll get some of you, we'll get some of you, and we'll get, I should have some charged Certus around here somewhere. I know, so this is Certus quartz crystal. We should have some charged. Maybe it's in this guy. Yeah, here it is. And there's even some dust in there. That's cool. So there's my charged Certus quartz crystals. So into a pool of water, which I will eventually set up a place for. So let's just get 16 of these. Hopefully you guys are close enough to... Yay! Nice. Unnatural Fluix crystals. That's what's up. So then for a little bit of iron, we can get a charger, which will eventually let me get charged Certus quartz out of regular Certus quartz, right? So that's step 1. Nice. You are done cooking, so get your charged quartz going, and you guys can come out here to help me out. And more charged is always nice. Cool. So those are the first steps to apply Energistics. Let's get some Fluix dust going. So we're going to need that much Fluix dust. And for these, I'm not going to teach the sorting system under there how to do this, but this should be roughly what we need. Cool. So it's 10 million... Oh wait, I don't need as much. I only needed 8 of these. Because it's sand plus 8 yields 2, so that should be the 16 that I need for this. Right? So then it's you and the 4 seeds should get me a pure Certus, which I can use to get a controller. So let me do that 4 times at a cost of 10 million RF each time. May or may not be smart to go ahead and activate this dude. We'll see how low my RF gets. I should be alright though. Should be alright. So we'll be back in a minute. Alright, so that's all done. I've got my 4 pure Fluix crystals. The next thing we're going to need, obviously, to get rolling with applied Energistics, which shouldn't be too bad, I don't think, hopefully, we'll see, is the engineering processor. So in order to get one of these, there's a couple things. First, we have to get the inscriber presses. And it looks like we can just use regular old silicon, which is, you know, not the cheapest thing in the world to get in this pack, but reasonable, right? Like, we've gotten plenty of it, so we're cool. The other thing, the inscriber presses, like, that's the same. We have to go find them in the world, as far as I know. And then the other trick is that each of the circuits that we need to print require a circuit board. So, circuit, if we look here, right, printed calculation circuit requires the refined circuit board. And obviously, this recipe is invalid. It's this one that we have to use. So we'll need some pure Certus. We'll need some redstone ingots. And we'll need some analyzed circuits. But hey, good news! We've been analyzing circuits for like the last 5 episodes or more. So we've got a ton. And all of these are the same, right? So we just need a lot of circuits for that purpose, which doesn't look so bad. So I think it's totally doable. So first things first, you know what we're going to go do is look on our map. Yes, I know I've updated the pack since I last opened Journey Mac. And you are cool. Let's see. Here looks to be a couple. So let's just... set up a waypoint here. Here, please. Can we stop moving, maybe? That's the reason? Isn't there, like, you could just double-click and put a waypoint somewhere? I thought that was a thing. Oh, well, I'm just gonna head, Isn't that one? That looks like one to me. So I should break all of these. Nice. So the trick with these, for those of you who may not remember, because it's been a while since I played with Applied Energistics, is look in the center of this, and you'll find a skystone chest with, oh neat, some lead nuggets and some skystone. Cool. So I got the inscriber calculation press. We need 4 of these. So we need, right, 4, right? Calculation, engineering, inscriber, logic, and silicon. So that's one of the 4. Cool. So that was easy. So So we're just going to head off in this direction. We should find two kind of like right next to each other, and they're pretty large too. So right around here. And I set up my drill to do the 3x3 because obviously that makes it easier to find the chest. And I'm pretty sure the drill doesn't break tile entities. So where I'd have missed the press. All right, engineering, cool. So that's engineering and calculation. So that's 2 for 2. Nice. And sometimes, like, you can get unlucky, and what you'll find is that you'll get, like, unfortunately, a press that you already have. So you kind of have to, like, roam around and find all the different press types. See? We already found a press that we already had. So that's no fun. So back to journey map, and let's head off and just basically do... What is that? West? And what I'll do is continue this journey. We'll get this one taken care of, and then I'll do the rest off camera. Hopefully after this one, we shall only need a couple more. We will see. Logic press. Nice. So now all we need is silicon, and we're good to go. So I'll be back in a minute once I've found it. Well, this chest was lucky. It had 3 of them. Neat. Oh, and some platinum nuggets. Well, that's cool. I don't know what that's all about, but I'll take it. Also, I should have gotten a healthy amount of skystone from this little adventure that I was on. So let's go home. And drop off some stuff, shall we? So skystone can go away for the time being, though I'm going to need a little bit. Yeah, that should be cool. And then I'm going to put away these extras that I picked up. And then let's take our drill pieces apart. Nice. Now, I believe I need to smelt you in order to get the applied energistics controller needs smelted skystone, right? Yeah. So we'll let that guy really quickly, boom, do that. We'll just have a few. Nice. And we should now be able to make a calculation processor. So my inscriber is going to need some power, obviously. And I'll just get all these parts because I know I'm going to need them all soon-ish. Let's get power hooked into our inscriber here. So for the time being, inscriber can just chill right about here. Seems like a fair spot. You can tap into power. And hopefully this will work. So in order to get the controller, we'll need an engineering processor. And for that, we will need 2 diamonds. And then we need this bluish circuit, this greenish circuit. Let's just go over here. These guys don't stack either, which is like the biggest annoyance. It's the engineering one, right? Yeah. So blue, blue, blue is pretty much what they are. So it's this one, and this one. No, it's this one. So it's not this one, right? Yeah, that's used for the Certus one. So let's get all 3 types that we're going to need, because we know we're going to need them eventually. Also, the UI is very weird on this guy. So this is what's used for the basic circuit board, which is used for the engineering, right? This one, in addition to the other cyanish type color ones, so I guess that would be U and U. Yeah, is used for the refined circuit board, which is the calculation press. And then the logic press needs the gray ones. I think it's these 3, right? Yeah, see, your UI is a little bit funny when you have this UI open. Right, so that is that guy. No, it's not this one. It's the one with like the weird this on it. Yeah. Cool. So these are the 3 types of things. Now everything else needs redstone ingots, which aren't terrible to get. I think I just put redstone and algorithm separator, and we get 2 redstone ingots. So this should get me 128 redstone ingots, so that's easy. And as you can also see, backstuffed because full over here, so yay. Hey, by the way, I got a calculator plug from analyzing circuits. That thing requires pellets of RTG fuel, so a little bit lucky there. Nice. All right, so your redstone is gonna make a bunch of stuff. Should I, for a second, let me think. Should I get dedicated calculators for these things? The answer is probably. So I don't have to constantly shift out the recipes. But let's hold off for now. On doing that. Let's also get some gold and some pure certus. That should be good. I'd also like a chest. I can make a chest out of these, right? Totally. You're going to go on top of my inscriber for a sec, because eventually we'll have multiple inscribers, but remember how expensive that recipe was. So we want to eventually get to the point where we have multiple inscribers, but not just yet. Cool. Okay. Other thing is I can't just grab like a whole stack of these, because they don't stack, which is super annoying. So we'll have to think about that a little bit. How do I want to store those in an intelligible way? We don't have a good way to store them, and this block is very weird about item transfers. So maybe they'll store themselves actually a little bit better in the applied energistics system. We'll have to see. Let's get our calculation processor. I really wanted to kind of have, like, maybe drawers? Would drawers be a good way to store these things? I'd need a lot of drawers. But if it was his own drawer system, it would probably be a little bit nice. Could probably be doable. So let's get you, 2 of you. I think you go there. At least the patterns are kind of intelligible. And then you should have a bunch of redstone ingots by now. What's up with my power? Why are you not getting power? Because you totally should be. Oh, you're not connected. That's why. Don't know why you're not connected, but you are now. I rearranged some of my power downstairs, and that's probably what was up. So you should be done now? Nice. Which means that you can go into here with the engineering, is it? I always forget. Yes. Cool. We're going to want some silicon, which we might have. We do have tons of silicon right here. That's cool. By the way, recipes for silicon is only silicon dioxide, but we'll live. We're totally going to want more of these inscriber presses, but soon. Soon, soon, soon. And then it's going to be you, and redstone. To get that dude. And then he can get me a controller. Dun 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 dun. This should have been an age, by the way. Just saying. But that's cool. We've got a controller. Nice. I already picked out a spot for it. Spot that I want. Cool. And for now, we'll just hook it up with you and you. But eventually, like, we're getting to the point where we're outgrowing these cables, which is why I've been rearranging some of the way my power works. Sweet. We've got an ME controller. How cool is that? All right. So that's step 1. I think the next stage of an ME controller will probably be, we'll want an ME drive, which doesn't look too terrible. We'll also totally want some more of these glass Fluix cables. We'll definitely want cables. We'll definitely want crystal growth accelerators. So let's get some quartz glass, if we may. Sand? Yeah, I've got some sand. We're going to want glass in large quantities. We've got a stack in here, so we're cool. So let's get crystal growth accelerators first. That will allow us to get much more stuff. Sweet. Is that really all sort of quartz dust I had? Good enough for now. Good enough for now. Kind of liking that hunger module, by the way. We'll grind up more of that stuff eventually. Crystal growth accelerators. Let's just do, I mean, we could do 5. We're going to totally need more of these. Charged Certus Quartz Crystal. Do we have more charged Certus? We do, courtesy of grinding up that stuff. Let's do... Should have more quartz laying around, but maybe I put it away already. We'll do another half stack of this stuff. So you, and the charged. No sneaking up on me, Buster. And that should give me a stack of Fluix crystals, which is cool. And then it's that many. And then the other thing we'll need for our crystal growth accelerators is a couple of you. So I can get those. And those. Nice. Right? Crystal growth accelerators then just needs a little bit of iron. Let's sort some junk because my inventory is so full. Crystal growth accelerators times 5. We're gonna have to figure out where I want this to live, but this will allow me to get those charged Fluix guys a lot easier. Like I could just stick it in this corner back here. That wouldn't be too bad. Do I have a bucket on me? Do I have a bucket at all? Not really. I'm gonna borrow you for a sec, sir. So we will put one here, we'll put one here, 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 and there. That should work pretty nicely. I can run cabling like so. Here, here, and that connects those guys. And then underground. And this may eventually move. But that should be good. So now they should all be allowed to power. What they need to power. We'll want to be a little conservative with this for the time being. Let's grind up more dust. You are a smelter, not a grinder. That's your problem. So I want some more of you. Man, I really need to organize a little bit better. I'm thinking drawers is probably one of the best ways to handle what I want to do there. Now that I think about it. Yeah, let's just do this for the time being. Is that enough, you think? Because I want to, as soon as I get this up and running, I want to start doing some pure stuff. Are you guys glowing? You're glowing! Nice. So now, what I can do is put this away. Sort this junk. And we're going to grind up a little bit more Fluix dust. Sounds like a good number. And we'll get some sand while we're waiting. And what previously took many episodes should now take far less. Let's do 4 more, just to have an even 32. Gives me 64 of these. And these should grow rather quickly now. Like within a minute or so. So remember before it took like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 episodes for them to grow. Like, I checked in on them after like a couple days, and it was like 80% or something. I don't even remember. In the time that I was up there getting it, it's gone 17%. So it's almost 20% done. It's almost a fifth of the way through. Awesome. Cool. All right. So, and then we'll use those. So that's basically the way you double Fluix crystals. So once those are done, I can go ahead and let's get more. Let's get ready to do more of these. That should be good for now. And then we can combine those with our pure Fluix crystals we just made, which are already at 54%, so halfway done. And then we'll have lots of cabling to run. Neat. Direwire is going to get intense pretty soon, guys. I'm warning you. I'm warning you. The direwire is going to be real. But it will eventually get nicer. I promise. We'll eventually neaten it up. We'll get there. Alright, so you're almost done. Might want to have like a switch just to conserve power. These guys draw a little bit of power to run. So what we could have, it's from Applied Energistics, which I just cleared out the thing for, but I don't think it's too expensive to make. It's this guy, Emi Toggle Bus. Just needs 2 of these, 2 redstone, and a lever. I can do that. Do I have any sticks laying around? I totally do. Nice. See how quick that was? And then whenever we want to craft stuff, we want to try, if we can, to use the pure version of the Fluix crystal. Nice. Of course, it didn't put the pure ones in there because derp. But, oh well, you guys, you know what I meant to do. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. They aren't that expensive to make. So what I should be able to do is put you there and there. And it won't run unless it's got a redstone signal, which we'll get another stick and cobble for. And we'll put it like right there. There you go. See? Beautiful. Might even want it one higher. Might be kind of cool to have it like right at eye level. Does that work? Yep. Totally works. Beautiful. And that just saves power a little bit. Because those things draw like a lot of energy to do that stuff that they do. Alright, good. So we've got the basics down of an AE system. Let's look at drives. So if we want to get an ME drive system, that's not too bad. That's easy. And then the drives themselves. So we'll probably want a couple 4K storage cells. Those are the ones I usually like to go with. So we'll need, these don't look bad. These recipes actually look really reasonable. Because we don't have a ton of Certus, I do want to use as much pure Certus and pure Fluix as I can, because it's basically free doubling, just at the cost of a little bit of sand and time, and we just made the time non-point. So let's come back in a second. I'm going to think about how I want these carpenters to work out, and maybe storage for you annoying little dudes. Alright guys, I'm sorry to say, but we've reached the wrapping up point for the episode. So what I think I'm going to do between episodes is the following. I would like to convert these guys into storage drawer storage. Now, each of these don't stack, so the storage drawers will need to have some decent upgrades in them to be able to hold large quantities of them. Because I think like a default storage drawer would only be able to hold 32 of them, and then it would be quote-unquote full because they're non-stacking items. So that kind of stinks. But with some straightforward upgrades, like we can get to the point like we have over here with these dudes. Like we can get it to the point with gold upgrade, for example. Like it can hold, I think, 158 of them. That would be fine. And we can even bump that up to diamond. I don't know what our diamond situation is like. Our diamond situation is pretty good, as a matter of fact. And you're probably pulling up more. Nice. That's what I like to see. Oh, and I should process my uranium. I've been taking care of my reactors. I just replaced their fuel rods before I started recording. So they've just been doing their thing. UU matter is currently at 4 buckets worth. Awesome. So yeah, I think I'll like to have a drawer system for all. I just have to figure out where I'm going to put it. So I'm getting to the point in my base where it's like, all right, where do I put things? Ideally, it would be in the storage room, but my storage room I don't have room for. Unless I put it in this wall, which I don't like the idea of. So I might wind up putting it like in the basement somewhere. And what we'll need is, I think it's 16 of each circuit, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 of each circuit? Okay, 14 of each circuit type. Times 2, which basically comes out to be a lot of circuits. Yeah, so 28, which is more than I have here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 35. All right, so it's about the size of this wall, but for circuits. And it would be like, half of them would be, you know, whatever type. So what I could do, so it's 14, right? Which is like a really funky number because it's not easy to, but we could have like 7 tall maybe and 4 across. That would work. And like 2 columns of non-stable and 2 columns of stable. I think that would be cool. Yeah. So I'll take care of that off camera between episodes, and that would probably fit. I mean, I don't want to put it there, but I mean, it could go in this basement-y area. Easily. There's plenty of space down here for it. Like, I could even put it against this wall for the time being. Yeah, that would work. For now. And then, eventually, like, I want to... Now that I have access to some really good tech, we'll probably be remodeling at some point, and that'll be crazy. But for now, Darryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We will be back next time. I will have, hopefully, a drawer system for all my circuits. And I will have... I'll probably even set up like carpenters down there that will be dedicated to the 3 types of circuit production for Applied Energistics. Then we'll get an ME drive, some ME storage cells, and we'll start making an AE system. Does that sound cool? The one thing I didn't look at the recipe for, before I wrap up, let me look at the recipe for this just to make sure I don't have a heart attack when I see it. ME crafting grid. ME terminal, ME interface terminal. Where's the crafting terminal? So that's just like that, and that's just that, and that's that, and that, and these guys. These all seem pretty standard recipes. So I think really like the hardest part was the inscriber needing iridium. Like once we got to the inscriber, we were golden, which is nice. All right, Darryl20 signing off. Take it easy.